Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, our mission, well, it's pretty clear. We're cutting through all the noise to bring you some really actionable insights, stuff you can actually use. We're talking about leveraging artificial intelligence to start generating some income. If you've been scrolling through, endless videos about side hustles, wondering if any of them actually work for someone just starting out, you are definitely in the right place. We're going to jump into three trending AI tool combinations, things you can use right now to start making money online, looking ahead to 2025. And what's really cool about these methods is they're pretty much designed for beginners. And yes, you can often launch them with like zero investment upfront. We know you want to get up to speed quickly, get informed, but without feeling totally overwhelmed. So that's what this deep dive is all about.
That's exactly right. And look, these aren't just, theories or some far-off promises you see floating around. The recent AI advancements, they've genuinely opened up these tangible, accessible pathways. It's much easier now for individuals to step into the online money-making space. It's a huge shift from even just a few years back where the barriers felt, well, a lot higher. The real breakthrough here is how these tools change who can even participate. So I guess the question is, what makes these specific tool combos so accessible, especially for someone starting from, scratch, maybe no experience at all?
That really is the core question, isn't it? And yeah, we're going to break that down. Let's dive right into our first powerful combination. It's a fantastic entry point if you're thinking about content creation. So let's unpack this one. The first duo is ChatGPT and Canva, this pairing. It's pretty much ideal if you're thinking about launching your own little content creation agency, maybe, or just offering services that businesses really need right now. They're always scrambling for content. Okay, but how does this actually work? Like step by step, it's surprisingly straightforward, actually. You start with ChatGPT, yeah, the AI chatbot everyone's talking about. It's phenomenal for generating all sorts of content. We mean like Instagram posts that grab attention, blog articles to get traffic, even those slick LinkedIn carousels you see. ChatGPT does the heavy lifting on the writing side, gives you solid text pretty quickly. Yeah. Then, once you've got that text from ChatGPT, you just open up Canva. Canva is this super user-friendly design platform. Even if you've like never designed anything before, you pick from their huge library of professional templates seriously. There's a template for everything. Then you just copy the text from ChatGPT, paste it into the template. Boom. Just like that, you have a professional, nice-looking design. Looks like a pro did it. It really is that simple to get a polished result.
Yeah, the real power there, it lies in how those two tools together just automate the really time-consuming parts, right? The writing and the visual design. Traditionally, you needed to be a good writer and a good designer. Or hire people, which costs money, significant overhead. But using ChatGPT for text, Canva for visuals, a single person can crank out a high volume of professional stuff, super efficient. What's kind of revolutionary is it's not just saving time, it makes professional content creation accessible to, well, almost anyone. Think about it, maybe a stay-at-home parent with a few hours spare, a student wanting extra cash. They can now sort of compete with smaller agencies without years of design school, whatever. It completely changes who can be a creator.
That accessibility point is huge. It's a total game changer. But okay, if everyone can do this now, doesn't the market just get flooded? How does a beginner stand out if they're offering AI content like 10 other people?
It's a really fair question. Saturation is always a concern.
So the source material we looked at highlights a couple of really good direct ways to, not just get clients, but also make yourself stand out a bit. You can definitely start by offering your social media content services on places like Fiverr or Upwork. Those platforms are just full of businesses looking for exactly this kind of help. But here's maybe an even more direct way that apparently works really well. Pitching small businesses directly, like through Instagram DMs. It's simple, it's personal, gets straight to the point. And the suggestion from the source is pretty clever. Send a DM saying something like, hey, I create AI-powered content, want to try a free post. It's a low-risk offer for them, right? They see your work, no commitment. And that can quickly turn into paying clients, people paying like $200 to $500 a month for ongoing content. And remember, you can start this whole thing for free, pretty much zero upfront cost.
Right, and that direct approach, it really tackles that saturation worry head on because you're offering direct, obvious value. Think about local businesses, for example. They know they need social media, but often they just don't have the time or the budget for a full-time person, or maybe just the skills internally to do it well, consistently. So you're not just selling a service, you're solving a real problem for them. You become their like outsourced content team for way less money. You help them look professional online, engage their audience, grow their business, all without them needing to actually do the content creation. It's about that immediate tangible impact.
Yeah, that point about businesses lacking the internal know-how really hits home. That's exactly where the opportunity is. Okay, super interesting. Now, for anyone who's maybe thought about YouTube but gets camera shy or just doesn't want to be on screen, our next pairing is definitely for you. This combo completely flips the script on how you can make video content, especially if you're not into being on camera or buying fancy gear. We are talking about ElevenLabs and Pictory. This is like the ultimate setup for launching what's called a faceless YouTube channel. You know, the ones where you don't see the person. It's all voiceover, visuals, good storytelling. Okay, let me walk you through the actual steps. It's pretty cool. First, just like before, you can start with ChatGPT, use it to write your video script. Could be a list, a how-to, a deep dive on some niche topic. ChatGPT handles the script writing. Next, you take that script, feed it into ElevenLabs. Now, ElevenLabs is an AI text-to-speech tool, creates incredibly realistic, like human-sounding voiceovers. So you don't need to record it yourself, don't need a good mic. The voices are so natural, often you can't even tell it's not a real person.
It's kind of amazing, isn't it? The quality they can get now.
Totally. And then finally, you use Pictory. Pictory is this tool that takes your text or the audio file from ElevenLabs and turns it into a full video. It automatically adds relevant visuals, stock clips, background music. It basically pieces the whole video together for you, often in just minutes, ready to upload.
And what's really striking here is why this specific method is just blowing up right now. It's because it systematically removes so many of those traditional hurdles, right? Think about it. No need to show your face, huge barrier for lots of people. No need for expensive gear mics, cameras, lights, and crucially, no need for complex video editing skills. That stuff can take ages to learn properly. This democratization of video creation, that's why you see this massive rise in successful faceless channels across all sorts of niches. We're talking tech news, tutorials on AI tools like these, finance breakdowns, motivational stuff, history. Even just like fascinating facts channels, they work because they deliver value, information, entertainment without relying on a personality on screen. The content itself is king.
It's amazing how many niche interests suddenly have a platform. You know, it makes me think about all those hobbies, like who knew there was a huge audience for, I don't know, competitive dog grooming.
Ah, exactly.
But with these tools, suddenly an expert in that can share their knowledge without needing to become a filmmaker overnight. And once these channels are running, how do they make money? Well, the monetization is pretty standard, actually, like regular YouTube channels. You can earn from YouTube ads once you qualify. Plus, you can put affiliate links in your descriptions promoting relevant products or services. And looking ahead, you could also sell your own digital products, which actually leads us nicely into our third tool combination.
But just before we move on, it really does raise this important question. How profoundly does this shift the landscape for creators? It fundamentally broadens who can be a successful creator. Before, if you didn't have the gear or the confidence for camera work or the tech skills, your options were frankly limited. Now, with tools like ElevenLabs and Pictory, a much wider range of voices, different perspectives, more information can reach a global audience. Without those old production roadblocks, it means more diverse content, more niche topics explored. It's a more accessible path for anyone with an idea to share it. It's really about the message and the value, not just the messenger. Pretty powerful stuff.
It really does level the playing field massively. And that idea you mentioned, passive income, that tees up our final pairing perfectly because this one is all about using AI to help you create digital products, things that, once they're set up, can potentially sell themselves. Okay, so this brings us to Notion AI and Gumroad. This combo is great if you're looking to create and sell your own digital products with minimal fuss, tapping into those passive income streams. Let's get into the specifics. How do you actually create and sell these things? You start with Notion AI. Now, Notion itself is this super flexible workspace tool, right? But with its AI features baked in, it becomes a really powerful product creation engine. You can use it to create all sorts of digital products. Think ebooks, digital planners, useful templates. The source gave some good examples, like an AI prompt guide to help others use AI better, or a fitness planner, a budget tracker, things people find genuinely useful. Notion AI can help you structure the content, write it, outline it, refine it. It's almost like having a research assistant and a writer built in. Speeds things up massively. Okay, so you've used Notion AI, you've got your digital product ready. What next? And you list it on Gumroad.com. And this is key. Gumroad is a marketplace specifically for digital goods. It's free to list, simple to use. It handles all the tricky stuff, payment processing, secure file delivery. Makes it super easy to set up a little shop without needing your own website or dealing with complicated e-commerce tech. It's designed to be easy for sellers and buyers. Takes away a lot of the technical headaches.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is just how versatile Notion AI is. It helps turn your knowledge, or maybe just your way of organizing things, into something you can actually sell. Maybe you have a unique daily planning method or a framework for learning something new, or even just really well organized notes on a topic. Notion AI helps package that up into a template, a guide, an ebook. Connecting this to the bigger picture, it really democratizes passive income creation, doesn't it? In the past, selling a product often meant physical inventory or complex website builds, payment systems. This setup, it lets almost anyone package their expertise or a useful tool and offer it globally, creating value from knowledge with potentially very little ongoing effort once it's launched.
Right. And once it's live on Gumroad, how do you get people to actually see it, find it, buy it? The source offers some really solid promotion tips. You can share links in relevant Reddit groups, places where your target audience is already hanging out looking for solutions. Visual platforms like Pinterest are apparently great for digital products too, especially things like planners and templates. They look good visually. And of course, using short form video, TikTok, Instagram Reels, that's huge now. You can quickly show the value of your product, grab attention, maybe even go viral a bit, drive some sales. And the real beauty of this model, as the source points out, is that passive income potential. Unlike doing client work where you trade time for money directly, here you do the work up front to create the product. Then you list it. If it starts getting found in searches or shared income can start coming in without you actively trading more hours, earning while you sleep, potentially, that's the dream, right?
It absolutely is the dream for many, and it highlights the potential for truly passive income. But thinking about the beginner, this raises a question. How exactly does using a marketplace like Gumroad help reduce that marketing and sales burden? That's massive. Because you skip needing to build an audience from absolute zero on your own site. You don't need to figure out payment gateways or secure file delivery. Gumroad handles all that back-end stuff, that infrastructure, so you can focus your energy almost entirely on making a great product. It just lowers that barrier to entry for selling online so much. Removes a lot of the reasons people get stuck or just give up.
Exactly. And that's really what we wanted to focus on today, tangible, accessible ways forward. So let's just quickly bring it all together. We've covered some really powerful ground here for anyone looking to use AI to make money online.
Indeed, we have. We looked at three distinct but equally accessible approaches. First, launching a content creation business using that ChatGPT and Canva combo. Second, shaking up video with Faceless YouTube channels powered by ElevenLabs and Pictory. And third, mastering digital product sales with Notion AI and Gumroad. Each one is really geared towards beginners, low or zero upfront cost, and leverages AI to handle the complex bits. The core message from this deep dive is pretty clear, I think. These AI tools offer real, tangible ways to generate income online, even starting from scratch. It's about understanding them and then, applying that knowledge.
So reflecting on all this, what does it mean for you listening right now, for your own entrepreneurial journey? Which of these tools, or maybe even a mix of them, sparks your curiosity the most after this deep dive? Are you thinking about pitching businesses on Insta, launching that Faceless channel about your passion, or maybe packaging your unique knowledge into a digital product for passive income? The potential is definitely there, and the starting line feels closer than ever before, doesn't it? Well, thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into these really exciting AI opportunities. We hope you're feeling informed, maybe a bit inspired, and ready to perhaps take that first step. We'll catch you on the next one.